After his wife's sudden passing, Aamir's life changed overnight. He became a father and mother to his three 5-year-old daughters, Hiba, Sana, and Mehak. Every morning, he woke before sunrise, cooked breakfast, braided hair with shaky fingers, and packed tiny lunch boxes with hearts drawn on napkins, hiding his loneliness behind smiles. The girls noticed everything, even when he pretended to be strong. They heard him late at night washing dishes slowly just to avoid the empty bedroom. Sometimes he stared at an old photograph for hours. They didn't fully understand grief, but they understood silence, and their home had too much of it lately. Aamir worked as a night security guard in a tall corporate building downtown. During school hours, a neighbor watched the girls, and every evening they waited near the window until his motorbike appeared. No matter how tired he was, he always lifted them together, laughing, though his shoulders trembled from exhaustion. One afternoon, rain poured heavily, and the neighbor's internet stopped working. The triplets found Aamir's old spare phone he had left at home. It barely functioned, but still connected to Wi-Fi sometimes. Curious, they opened the messaging app. A contact sat pinned at the top, labeled only with a star emoji. They couldn't read English perfectly yet, but they knew this number mattered to their father. Months earlier, they had seen him type a message and erase it repeatedly before locking the phone. Childlike innocence pushed curiosity, and Hiba pressed the chat. The last message sent long ago simply read, "I hope you're well." Sana asked what they should write. Mehak shrugged and said they should send something nice, because Abu looked sad whenever he saw that contact. After thinking carefully, they typed slowly together, "We miss you." Autocorrect helped them, and before doubt could stop them, they pressed send. Across the city, inside a glass-walled office on the top floor of the same corporate building, CEO Zara Rahman reviewed contracts. Her phone buzzed softly. She almost ignored it until she noticed the sender's name. Her hands froze. She hadn't heard from Aamir in 3 years. She opened the message and stared at the simple words, "We miss you." Her breath caught. Her eyes watered instantly, and she whispered, "He finally wrote." But something felt different. Aamir never said, "we." He always wrote carefully, formally. Confusion replaced expectation, and she stood up suddenly. Without informing her assistant, Zara grabbed her coat and left the office. She went straight downstairs to the lobby where security cameras showed Aamir working every night. The guard on duty said he would arrive after sunset. Yet something pulled her to wait instead of leaving. Meanwhile, at home, the girls heard a reply notification. Excited, they opened it and read slowly. "Who is this?" They giggled, realizing they had surprised someone. Hiba bravely recorded a tiny voice message, their heads touching as they spoke together. "We are Aamir's daughters. We miss you." When Zara listened to the recording, the world seemed to pause. Children's voices echoed softly through her car speakers. Tears rolled freely. She whispered, "Say it again," replaying the message repeatedly, as if afraid the voices would disappear. Her carefully controlled life cracked open in seconds. 3 years earlier, Zara and Aamir had met in the same building. He returned her lost wallet, refusing a reward. They spoke often afterward, sharing tea during his breaks. She admired his kindness. He admired her humility, despite wealth. Slowly, affection grew, gentle and unspoken, but deeply real. Then tragedy struck. His wife fell ill and passed within weeks. Aamir withdrew from everyone, convinced he must focus only on his daughters. He stopped replying to Zara, believing she deserved a simpler life than one tied to grief and responsibility. She respected his silence, but never forgot him. Now she understood the message. These children must have found her number unknowingly. Instead of anger, she felt warmth. They remembered her even without knowing her. She turned the car around and drove toward the small neighborhood listed in his employee records. Evening approached when Aamir returned home. The girls ran to him excitedly and confessed about the message, fearing punishment. His face drained of color. He checked the phone, heart racing, realizing exactly who they had contacted. Before he could react, a gentle knock sounded at the door. He opened it slowly and froze. Zara stood there, nervous yet smiling softly. For a moment, neither spoke. The girls peeked from behind him, recognizing the voice from the reply message. One whispered shyly, "Are you the one we texted?" Zara knelt to their height and nodded, eyes shining. "You said you missed me," she said softly. The triplets hugged her instantly, with the unquestioning trust only children possess. Aamir watched silently, emotions overwhelming years of restraint he had built around himself. He tried to apologize, explaining they acted without permission, but she shook her head gently. "I'm grateful they did," she said. "I thought you forgot me." His voice trembled as he answered. "I never forgot. I was just afraid to need someone again." The girls held both their hands together innocently. Sana looked up and said, "Abu is sad at night. You make him smile." The simple truth broke the final barrier. Aamir lowered his gaze, and Zara whispered carefully, "Maybe you don't have to carry everything alone anymore." Before leaving, Zara hugged each child. Mehak reminded her, "You didn't say it back." Zara smiled warmly and whispered, "I missed you too." Aamir walked. They talked for hours that evening. She met the daughters properly, learning their favorite foods and stories about school. Laughter slowly replaced awkwardness. The home that had felt quiet for months filled with life again, not forced, but naturally, gently, as if it had been waiting.